this year, we've had 13 events across 8 different countries. We've fundraised, over $1.2 million just this year alone. 20,000 plus people have done our events, and I still think we're just beginning. America, it's like 580,000 women alone are just diagnosed with breast cancer every year, and there's 2,000 types of cancer. So, in a country as big as the US, we can do so much good, both from helping people after treatment, but also by giving people a reason to fundraise for charities all across. So it's been a really wild 5 years from what I thought would just be one event to now something that is much bigger than me or the team. It's something that means a lot to a lot of people.
What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Battle Cancer's in the house here at Mayhem. We couldn't be more happy to bring our family from overseas here to Cookeville to throw down for Battle Cancer. It's gonna be going down in just a few minutes, so you guys follow along today. It's happening right now.
And the connection with Mayhem, it comes down to Rory. I got told Rory's story, and he was so welcoming and so gracious, and so for me, I was like, if we want to change people, these people are obsessed with changing people, if we can do that together.
I am a cancer survivor. This has been 10 years now, so I'm really like one of the blessed ones. What I love about this event and organizations like this, Battle Cancer specifically, there are a million organizations that fund research for cancer. And so to take an organization that comes from within the CrossFit community and pair it with cancer benefits, it's really one of a kind. And being here at Mayhem, having this amazing facility, having people who are inspirational just to be around, Rich Froning most notably, but even these other athletes, to see that they're doing the same thing. So you take that and you put it into context of the fact that one of my partners in this workout, or this series of workouts, a kid named Rob, was diagnosed with brain cancer and a tumor that theoretically is not solvable, it's inoperable. He's living with this and he's finding ways to, and he's out there kicking butt. And he's telling me that he's beating the odds on a consistent basis. And so it's the ability now to take people like him and showcase him, even though he's very humble, but also make them the heroes. And we get to work out alongside them. We get to see how they're dealing with the challenges and burdens that have been placed on them and how he's overcoming them on a consistent basis. Inevitably, someone is going to be diagnosed with the same disease that he has. They're going to inevitably hit the internet, and there's going to be a bunch of doom and gloom. But the more we tell his story and the more we see him out here, the more that's going to bump up in that Google search, and the more the people who have just been hit this diagnosis are going to see this kid who's 19 years old, who has been hitting CrossFit for 3 years now, and who's overcoming the odds, and who's a complete and utter inspiration, not just to me, but to anybody.
Diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. It's a brain tumor in the middle of my brain, in my brainstem. The most inaccessible part of your brain because it's right in the middle. I had a qualifier on Saturday and I got diagnosed on Monday. Out of nowhere. I went to doctors and they sat me down as my MRI. I didn't know what I was looking at. When they saw me in person, they said, you do not look like the scan says. I had a week of radiotherapy and then lockdown hit, and I was doing 2 hours there and back every single day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. When I was diagnosed, they told me 9 to 12 months. And then if radiotherapy works well, 2 years. So when it was like a year and I was starting to work out again. And they just weren't expecting me to do that or do what I'm doing now. It's been like 3 years now. I volunteered, me and my girlfriend again, volunteered for another event, and it was amazing. I just thought I would to help give other people those experiences. It feels so strange being here and sitting here. I watched like Dan Bailey snatch here and stuff. It's really cool. It's been such a nice place to be.
I think today showed a great reinforcement for me that when people do it and they're doing it side by side with people and they're thinking and feeling that they have fun but they have fun in a way where they know there's a different purpose to what's going on. And I loved it, you know, to just take a little minute to look around and be like, hey, we've got some CrossFit Games athletes, we've got people that have come from Pennsylvania here, people from New York here, people from Arkansas here, people from Alabama here. People came from all over to come and take part today. Having the athletes was really cool, not just because the athletes are, you know, a big draw for people. It was wonderful to watch their interactions. So they were, you know, interacting with every single person, and to see exactly that and opening up. People were talking about their cancer journey with them. It was just brilliant. It's just very, very, very rare that all those things kind of converge into one.
This one especially hits at home because my dad has cancer. So I absolutely love getting the chance to support a company that's working towards fighting cancer. And I think, like, for him too, he's like doing CrossFit, and like to just bring those two worlds together is super special.
Yeah, I'm just really happy that the local community has come together and helped support already so much, because the leaderboard doesn't matter, right? Obviously, like, we're poking and prodding and we want to do well. A lot of the people want to be competitive because we're CrossFit junkies, but aside from that, it's the money that helps your score on the leaderboard. So that does matter, and we've raised a lot of money. He's raised over $1 million this year, which is amazing. PR for them. So we're helping add to that. So it's just a blessing to be a part of. It's like what we talk about all the time for Mayhem Mission is we do what we love to fight what we hate, right? And like, no, everyone hates seeing family members or friends get lost to cancer. So we're gonna battle cancer together, fight the disease together, and we're doing it through pouring maybe a little blood, sweat, and tears together and getting after it together, which that's what we're about here in Mayhem. So faith, family, fitness, service, baby.
Today was fantastic. So this is the first year that we've hosted Battle Cancer at Mayhem. This is going to be a yearly event, so we're super pumped. So we had a great turnout for our first year. We had close to 30 teams. Next year we're going to double that at least. So if you guys are watching this, next year, same time, be ready for Battle Cancer Mayhem, because we're going to do it big. Stuff like today is the reason that I work here. Because even though we're working out, this is something that's bigger than me. It's bigger than anybody here. And everybody that's on the Mayhem team, that's on the Battle Cancer team, we're doing this to promote something that is going to touch countless lives. And the fact that my day-to-day here of running a gym or running events allows me and allows us to host events like this to bring awareness to something that you don't realize how bad it is unless it personally affects you. It's just really cool. I wouldn't trade this for the world. It's way bigger than just working out. I know people are like, how can you help cancer research by working out? But it's bringing people together. It's unifying people through this small shared suffering of a workout so that we can elevate and help people that are going through a bigger suffering than we'll ever understand unless we're personally affected by it.
And you know, seeing the gym in general, seeing people who are from kids classes to people in the life program to Mayhem Athletes to the gym goers, all that collectively kind of came together today at the event because it was full of all those different kinds of people. So obviously super happy, fundraised an amazing amount. People were so generous again this morning. So yeah, really, really happy and just confident that I think we're doing the right thing and that people will love it.
I want people to take away from my story not the negatives of how bad cancer is, but everyone knows cancer is bad, and everyone knows it and doesn't need to know it anymore. So I want people, without me sounding too big-headed, I want people to take the good that I've found in cancer and what I've learned from it, and the fact that I've been able to carry on doing what I was doing before I was diagnosed. You know, it's not, your life isn't written off. It's just a new stage that you can get on with. and still have a good time. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It might feel like it, and I know I definitely felt like it, but you've still got to find the good parts in life, and the people. Like, the people are the big part, you know.
Yes, I mean, obviously we want people to come and follow our journey. That's like the number one, and you know, Battle Cancer on Instagram and our website, and just learn what our concept is, and look if you would want to take on an event. That's the kind of bog standard answer, you know. Go battlecancer.com, read about what we do, read about our program. But I think the main take-home action, and you know, I'm super conscious this is a phenomenal platform for us to push that, but the biggest one is to talk to people about cancer. It's to talk about its impact. It's not something you see on the news, but hundreds of thousands of people pass away every year. It's not something that you tend to go to your barbershop, or you know, when you go to church, or when you know, come into the gym. You don't routinely talk about cancer. But diagnosis rate is getting younger, so more and more people are being diagnosed younger and younger, which is a result of many different factors. And we don't talk about it. We don't say, have you been checked? I got checked last week. Have you been checked? You know, how's your family doing? You know, and we also don't share with each other the stories that we've had through cancer, because they're painful. They're not something that you want to recycle and bring up. But that pain can be reduced when the other person understands the pain. And that I really would love people to do, is to share their stories with cancer, share the qualities of the person and the people that they're talking about, and champion and celebrate them. You know, a lot of people look up to Rich because he's done phenomenal things, and people want to be like Rich, train like Rich, be like Rich. We want people to do that to their auntie or their uncle or their teacher or someone else that they lost. Like, you know, champion that person. You want to be like them. But obviously still come to battlecancer.com, and obviously still follow our journey and do an event. But yeah, I just want to encourage people to talk about it more, to open up and share, and to look after themselves and their loved ones, because cancer doesn't affect you until it does.